What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Season 2 premiere of the Geek Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Leslie, and today's special guest is the very iconic. To know him is to love him. The Georgia4-H State Board President, Kingston Ryals. How are you doing today, Kingston?
I'm doing great, Leslie. It's great having you here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I'm actually down here today in Vidalia, Georgia.
We are honored to have you in Onion Town. Like it's a Leslie Nichols. We're going to have to put on the flag somewhere now.
Oh, little statue maybe.
We really might. Don't play. Don't play.
Oh. But I'm actually here. I'm going to see Kingston's show this evening, which you might see some clips later.
Maybe a couple pictures here and there.
Maybe a couple pictures.
Hey everybody, this is Editorial Leslie right now with a little voiceover. I just wanted to show you some of these pictures that I took at Kingston's one-act play of Bad Acts. They are not the best quality, but Vidalia High School, y'all did phenomenal. It was a wonderful show. Congratulations. They actually won state. Y'all did such a good job. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to come down and see this show. I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode, and bye guys.
But yes, I'm very excited to be here today, so let's just get into it. So what led you to pursue leadership roles within Georgia4-H, and why would you encourage others to do the same?
I would have to say the thing that led me was whenever I joined Georgia4-H in that 7th grade year when I went to summer camp for the first time, I met Jackson Sims, who is a good friend of mine now, and at the time he was serving as a junior board officer. And like me and he just got to talking, and he just told me about 4-H and all the wonderful things. And then he's like mentioned there's like different boards you can be on, and then he mentioned the state board. And at the time, like, little Kingston thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh, state board, like what?
That's the coolest thing.
Yeah, like you want a state board? And then just talking to Jackson just really like sparked an interest. I was like, I want to be that one day. And then I knew I wanted to run for board. I wasn't sure about state board quite yet until I went to DPA for that first year, and I got to meet a couple state officers. Well, no, my 8th grade year, I got to meet a couple of state officers that year, like Jay Lovett and Ash Nate.
Yeah.
I remember meeting them and just thinking like, hey, that's really cool that this organization has like leaders that look like me, and I thought that was really neat. And after that, I decided that I want to be on state board one day, and I work to make that dream come true.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Mr. President. That's incredibly cool. District board, I think I found out about it around the same time because I had mutual friends who were on the board, and I mean, at the time I was terrified of my own shadow, basically. Groundhog, there you go. But now getting to be in a leadership position, it's way more comfortable. You build confidence with it.
I agree. It's nice to like be someone else's like Jay Love or Ash Nate, like someone you like them to look up to and be like, hey, that's Kingston. Like I know him, I'm friends with that guy. Like he's a cool guy. So
that's definitely one of my goals is to like leave a legacy. Which leads to my next question. If you could leave a legacy, like an impression on 4-H to forever be remembered by, what would it be?
I'd have to say, that's a tough one. A legacy. Maybe I want people not to be afraid to be themselves. One thing that I've noticed time and time again throughout my years in 4-H is how welcoming and inviting that everyone is, and they really embrace you for who you are. And so, like, if I had to leave a legacy, it's a legacy of like kindness and compassion, and really just accepting people from like where they are, who they are as people, and just really like growing together as a community. And that's what Georgia4-H has been for me, and I hope it's another Kingston somewhere down the road, and just little Leslie's all across the state of Georgia.
Georgia4-H is one of the most inclusive environments I think I've ever found.
I agree.
It doesn't matter if you're from the most rural part of Georgia or if you're from Atlanta. I mean,
right.
So as a Northwest District board member, we have little traditions, such as another little special guest that you might have noticed, Nelson, the Northwest Bear. He's quite a celebrity in the Northwest District. So the tradition is that Nelson goes to the new board once they are elected at District Project Achievement. And then each senior board member takes a turn with him throughout their term, and this month is my turn. So I did have a question. Does state board have any little gimmicky, little fun little traditions like that?
While you were saying that, I can't really think of a tradition other than like this might be a little interesting. But so there's 4 guys on the state board this year, so like we all room together.
Yes.
And so it's me, Willie, Caleb, and then Esteban. So our little tradition or like little gimme is who has to remove Esteban at the top. And so like we kind of like go through the order. Like, okay, Caleb, it's your turn to share a bed with Esteban, or Willie, it's your turn to share a bed with Esteban. Because that's like our little tradition. I have to say, who has to share a bed with little Esteban?
That's a cute little tradition.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your long-term goals and dreams that you have, and what steps are you taking currently to get towards them?
So currently right now I'm a junior in high school, so like college is coming up, and right now I think I'm going to go to either the University of Georgia or like Brown. I know, I Brown, yeah.
I could so see you there. It was just the you get Ivy League.
Or Brown.
Or just maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not a fan of cold weather, but I don't know. I'll work something out if they accept me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm working toward. I'm really involved in my community and my school. 4-H, I'm really involved. I just try to be like a very involved student and really give back to my community, and just making sure that like I leave a, like you said earlier, lasting impression in the things that I do. Because I think it's different to be a member of something than to be like engaged in something. To be like, I not only want to get something back, but also give something to the organizations I'm a part of, and I've really been doing that. And I want to work toward becoming a lawyer. I mastered in workforce prep. I was able to share a little bit more about that, about my dreams to become a lawyer, the steps I'm taking to become a lawyer, getting my degree in political science, attending law school, and going to become a lawyer. And then maybe even after that, a politician. So,
I mean, hey, I would trust Kingston Ryals to run our country.
Kingston Ryals for president, 2040 now.
2040. I could so see you as a lawyer, though. Like, I see it.
You need me. I'm holler at your boy, okay? Always
Give him a call.
Okay.
So you talked about mastering in workforce prep. What other areas have you mastered in?
I've mastered in workforce prep, robotics, and national conference. And like, I still can't believe I've mastered it.
3-time master.
3 times is crazy.
That is crazy.
Like, I never imagined it would happen. Like, even like freshman year, I remember like my name getting called at DPA for first, in the robotics project. Like, and never in a million years did I think I would be there at state congress. Matt, like, it just never, like, even at state congress, like whenever I was giving a speech, it just never crossed my mind as something that could truly happen. Yeah, because like that's the goal, like in 4-H. Like, so mastering is like the highest level of accomplishment you can receive in a certain project. So like there's district project achievement, there's special competitions. Like mastering is like, hey, you got it, you're the best in the state at this. And just, I never imagined it to happen to me. And so like
3 times.
3 times.
I mean, they're all very deserving. Let me preface that. Each one is incredibly deserving. But still, 3 times?
3 times. Okay. Then we'll see this year. Like, I'm applying for a couple awards and getting ready for district project achievement, working on that portfolio. So I'm just happy to be here. It just truly is an honor and like especially to be able to compete against like friends, and it's just fun.
It is. It's good competition.
Oh, I agree. That's my favorite. Whenever like you're able to compete, like I've been trying to give me a slip to go against me to project forever. Like competing against friends is the most fun.
That's senior year.
And you know what's coming up? Senior year's next year. Okay. So
that it is.
that it is. But yes.
You should make me compete against me.
Oh, I say we all do it. All of us in the project area.
Who's in Northeast that we can sprinkle in there? So we reach district.
We can bring Carol in there and just throw her in there. Zoe Parks, just bring him in. She's graduating. So we received this flip.
We love you. We miss you already.
That's also crazy. Like, in my head, like I'm not that old. Like, no, juniors.
Like in my head, I'm a junior in 4-H. In my head, I'm still at Jekyll's camp.
And like knowing that they're like kids younger than me, they're like, hey, you're so and so. Like, it's crazy. Like the kids that like I've looked up to growing up in 4-H are gone. Like I go to a 4-H event and like I expect to see Lauren Collier, like Amaya Elam. Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like I saw them the other day when we were at Harvester's celebration at UGA at the little gallery.
I saw mine this weekend at junior conference.
Really?
Yes,
I saw that on Facebook. I love Facebook, and I saw it there.
I saw it this weekend. I was like, we watched the Clovers and Company show, and Maya was one of the lead vocalists. So was Lauren. And I saw on her little Snapchat story that she was at Rock Eagle. I'm like, there is no way. interesting. It's also, it's such a weird feeling knowing that the youngest kid that was at this past weekend that our team led at, was born in 2014.
Oh no!
So, that really...
Oh, that would have... And like, I was born in 2008. You were also born in 2008. So
yeah. That was a nice little...
But I remember 2014.
Like 2014 was yesterday.
Like, I can remember that
Like, that
year.
was like peak Frozen.
Yeah, like, ooh.
It's
Crazy.
Feels weird getting old. Oh, and the fact that UGA early acceptance is like this summer.
Oh, yeah. We'll be applying for college not too soon. Yeah.
I like that one.
Like, I can just imagine us already, like, walking the streets of Athens. Like, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy.
So, you talked about Jackson Sims as one of your role models.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other role models or individuals who inspired you and, in terms of achievements, the impact that they made?
There are a lot of people. 4-H, I say this often, that like 4-Hers are some of the best people in the world. They're out there doing this stuff. They're out there making like positive impacts in the community. And I could go on and on and on. And like, you inspired me, Leslie. Like it's
You are my inspiration.
you are my muse. No, like you, like there's so many like just interesting people that like really like make an impact in my life. And like if I had to give a couple people like earlier, Lauren Coley and Maya Elam.
Yes.
Those are two like the first names that come to mind because I still remember 9th grade year when we met at Fall Forum. Right? We met 9th grade year at Fall Forum?
Yes, because we met on Instagram 8th grade year right after you got back from Jekyll. Because you slid on the story talking about Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. No.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you. But I still remember, like, I was planning on running for board, and I remember, like, I was on the dance floor doing a little electric boogaloo, doing a little chop slide.
Oh, yeah.
And Lauren Coley walked up to me, and she came and introduced herself. She's like, "Hi, I'm Lauren. You're Kingston Ryals. I heard you're going to be running for board. I really hope that we get on together and get to make a year full of memories." And we did exactly that. Like, Lauren served as president that year, and I just learned so much from her. Like, as a leader, as a person, as a friend, she just, like, really made me feel, like, seen and heard. And it was crazy. And then, like, Maya Elam is someone that I would, like, she inspires me. She inspires my parents. Like, she was just, like, one of those, like, once-in-a-lifetime people.
I say, Amaya inspires my parents. She inspires my little sister. Like, Chandler is her biggest cheerleader.
Oh, she might have some competition.
Oh,
President of the fan club. No. Like, there's just once-in-a-lifetime type of people. And, like, it's crazy that I've been fortunate enough to have so many people like that in my life from 4-H. It's just like, I look up, like, Caleb Green. I get the opportunity to serve on state board with Caleb. And just whenever I hear him open his mouth, I'm just inspired. He's serving as president of Beta Club. I mean, he's like Mr. FFA.
Yeah, he's like president of everything.
Like, what is that boy doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. How does he find free time?
Like, how does he have time to do everything?
Because I know I'm busy, so...
I thought I was busy.
Yeah, that's how I look at him. Like, Caleb, when do you sleep?
Like, every time, I swear, every time that boy opens his mouth and he's public speaking anything, I don't care if he's saying his McDonald's order or if he's speaking in the auditorium, I don't care. I'm like, move.
Yeah,
like,
you sound so good.
It doesn't matter what he's saying. It sounds beautiful.
The boy could sell me a car today. I'd buy it.
No matter the price.
Yeah, with all 35 cents in my bank account, I would buy it.
All of the 2 nickels in my pocket.
The 2 nickels. Oh, but yes.
There really is a lot of.
There's a lot. I mean, like it's not that hard to find, but like you can close your eyes and do like this, and you point at someone.
Yeah.
Like it's easy. It's easy. And that shows a lot about Georgia4-H and just like the leadership qualities and just like the accomplishments of the organization as a whole. It's truly a lot.
I mean, like I was just sitting here thinking about it. Like, it doesn't matter the adults. Like Miss Casey Bozeman, she's a big inspiration.
I love Miss Casey.
I love Miss Casey. It doesn't matter if it's my board directors like BK, Miss Brittany, or even my Cloverleafs, my juniors, my junior board. Like even my senior board members, my board sisters and brothers. Like
I've even met like you were saying, like juniors that inspired me. I was team leading at a meeting the other day, and I had these 2 kids, like the girl, she didn't know what she was doing, and this girl came over, I'd never talked to her before, and helped her out, and it just like touched my heart that like kids could be so open and so like cheering each other on. It just, it's a lot, and I truly truly love being able to witness it happen in this organization.
It feels really special.
Mm-hmm.
It feels really special. So since you're a team leader and a state board member, a district board member, you know a lot about leadership. So how do you feel, like, do you feel that you are more on the cautious side or like the risk-taking side with your leadership style?
I definitely try to err on the side of caution. Like, I don't know. I think you can do as much as you can. Like, you can't be too cautious to the point where you're too afraid to say anything because it might step on someone's toes. Or like sometimes, like, you can't go all willy-nilly either, and just because you do have a leadership position, think like you can just say anything you want.
Because you can't.
You cannot. You cannot. But I definitely try to be someone that someone that I can look up to. It's like, I need to make myself proud at the end of the day. And like, if I'm behaving in a way that makes me proud, my family proud, my county proud, my friends proud, like, I need them to be able to be like, yes, I'm friends with Kingston Ryals. Yes, I associate with Kingston Ryals, and not be ashamed to say that.
I think that's a good thing to say. Just to have people not be ashamed.
Yeah. Behave in a way with some decor, okay? Like, have some decorum at the end of the day. And that will make all your problems go away.
Oh. That's true.
That is true.
That is true.
That is true.
You have achieved so many goals within 4-H and without 4-H. I can't even begin to list them. So which one of yours did you what is a goal that maybe you didn't quite achieve, and how did you learn and grow from that?
I've been having, like you said, a very fortunate 4-H career. I've set out to do a lot of things I want to do on my to-do list, and I've been very fortunate to check those off the box. But one that I didn't get was 8th grade year. I still remember because me and Tia talk about it often. Was 8th grade year. It was like my first time going to Rock Eagle for District Project Achievement. And that year I was in the History Project, and I talked about the Greek Empire. I talked about the Greek Empire, which, if you know me, I'm a history nerd. I love some history. And so, I had practiced that speech. I was ready. And I came and I looked at my speech, and I was like, oh yeah, that was the best one. So, come awards night, I'm there in my chair. I just know they're about to call my name for first. And that year, I got third that year. And I remember, getting my medal, I was really confused because, I had never gotten first at DPA ever. Actually, which people are like, what, you never got first before? But, my first time getting first in District Project Achievement was my freshman year, 9th grade in robotics. Since, 4th grade, closing DPA, I had never gotten first. But I came a long way from where I started as a public speaker, and 4-H really, I'm a product of the benefits of Project Achievement, and it's really helped me come a long way. But I had never gotten first, and so this year, I was getting that blue medal. And I remember hearing my name called for third. I wasn't disappointed, but I was I don't know.
Confused?
I'm not confused. Well, actually, I was confused. Me and Tia talk about this because Tia, she got first that year. And me and Tia served on board together. And I make jokes about it all the time. We need to get that rematch. Okay, come on.
8th grade.
History. Yeah, we'll do it again. But I look back on it now, and I'm glad it happened the way it did. Because I truly don't think if I didn't win that year, that fire freshman year would not have been sparked underneath me. Because I came in freshman year, I didn't realize that I was going above and beyond. I was just doing what I thought was normal. Yeah. And because me and my agent, we sat down and we picked the project. And I was like, okay, time for me to do everything I can do in robotics. And that is what I did that year. I was Mr. Robot, okay?
Hey everybody, Editorial Leslie back again. So I just wanted to explain. In the last clip, we're talking about DPA, and in this next clip, we are not talking about DPA anymore, or at least that story, and the reason it kind of cuts off and doesn't really have a segue is because my camera battery died and my card was full, so we had to go out and get another card, and we didn't know exactly where we left off because we did not know when the camera turned off, because I only noticed it when I got up to check. And I found out it was off. So, I hope you enjoy the rest of this episode.
Since most of you probably don't know, Kingston is not only a very good friend of mine, but he has mentored me in so many ways. Can't even begin to list how many ways. Very kind and very tactful when giving criticism. how do you give negative feedback while still remaining positive? Because I know that a lot of it was given to me this year. I know that I needed a lot of feedback this year, and you still remain positive. So how do you do that?
I think an important thing to remember is like, you're human. We're all human, and at the end of the day, you're just trying to make the person a better person. You're not going to tear them down and make them like fall out of love with whatever they're doing. You just want to make them the best that they can be. And I think just keeping that mindset of like, hey, they're a person working toward this goal, and it's not your place to tell them that they're worthless, because like it's a feeling that we know all too often. Someone gives you feedback, and it's not feedback; it's them tearing you down. And it's not a feeling that I want anyone else to experience. So just knowing that and knowing that feeling really helps me like bring a level of empathy. And even still, like I do think it's important to be blunt. Like I'd much rather let's not beat around the bush. Bullet point, okay? But let's not beat around the bush and just get to the meat of Get to the point. And I think if you can do that and really just do that in a way where you're still human, I think that just helps a lot.
Exactly, 100%. So. You know, a little birdie told me about your newest accomplishment. Would you like to share it with us?
I was recently named as one of the 2025 National Youth in Action winners. It's crazy. That was an accomplishment. I wasn't even on my to-do list.
Not even on the to-do list.
Not on the to-do list. I was just applying for funsies, and because of my ELM, we won last year. She was like, apply, give it a shot, get your name out there. And I applied, and I remember I was really shocked. Like, whenever I was selected, when I got the email that I was a finalist, I was, what? Yeah. And this year they had a record-breaking number of people apply. I think it was like 147, or it was a big number.
6 or 4?
There's 4 of us. There are 4 winners. So out of 197, they picked the top 20 for finalists, and then we had an interview, and at first, I didn't even answer the call because, like, I didn't know the number, and I'm not answering a number I don't know. So I didn't answer it. My mom called me. She said, congratulations. I said, on what? She was like, Mr. Tim called me and said that they had some news to share with me. I was like, what? And then I called the number. And then he was like, hey, buddy, congrats, you won. And it feels surreal to be on the same platform and the same stage as some really cool kids I've been able to meet. Katie, Casey, and Ronick, they're serving as National Youth in Action winners with me this year. And they're another group of kids that inspired me. There are some really cool people that I've been able to meet so far with this program, and I'm really, really excited to see where I go with it in the future.
So what was your project that you applied for?
The project that I applied with is the Rock Project, and it's this organization that I serve as the president for it. And the main purpose of the Rock Project is to help bridge that disparity when it comes to African American youth and their knowledge about post-secondary options. There's an infographic showing that African American youth, there's a large disparity between their knowledge like their white counterparts or other races. And that isn't right. And especially, that's an issue that can be easily faced by just sharing the information. And it'll start off with an idea and getting with some community leaders, truly shaping life of the club. And I mirror it a lot off from what 4-H has taught me, and creating that home environment. And here in Toombs County, with the Rock Project, it's really been a lot. And having youth been able to go tour colleges or meet with mentors to help guide them along the applying to college process. This is FAFSA. This is scholarships that you can apply for. Just having that voice to help lead you the right way has really been helpful for a lot of youth that look like me in the area.
It sounds rather impactful, I'd say. And that's something that I definitely say is incredibly important. And how has that affected your area?
There's a new understanding about the importance of maybe I do need to join this club, or maybe I've found that it's helping kids foster that ability to get back to the community. Because that's something that I preach and is very close to me, is being a part of the community and being a thriving member. The goal for the Rock Project is for all students to either be employed, enlisted, or enrolled by the time they graduate high school, so that way they're functioning and contributing members of society. Because the end goal for everyone is to just be happy and give back to the world at large. And I think that those are the best ways, and really teaching those principles and seeing that students really take it and run with it really is inspiring.
What a message. What messages. I mean, that's strong. That's really good. So this is totally off topic, which is kind of the point of this question, the dinner party question. We've arrived. And Kingston. Alright, you're going to picture it, okay?
Okay.
Close your eyes, picture it. You're on a deserted island. You can only take one artist's entire discography. What are you taking in mind?
One artist.
I think I know the answer to this one.
I think I also know the answer to this one. I think as of right now, and this point, and like today, and this answer could change like tomorrow. But today I'm gonna have to go with Beyonce. My good Queen Bee, okay? I'm gonna have to go with Beyonce. Like she just doesn't miss, and I don't think you Beyonce
Yes,
again.
Beyonce.
Like she just doesn't miss, and like anytime I listen to her music, I'm always just like I get a little warm feeling inside of me.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I can do anything I put my mind to, and just let it's gonna be very useful in a deserted island because. I'll probably be the first one to go. No. But like, she might get me through at least the first couple hours of being until I get eaten by like, mosquitoes or something and carried off into the waves at large.
Oh, I can see that happening.
Oh, I can see it too. So maybe I'll get through like the Cowboy Carter album.
Yeah, that's like one album and then Kingston with mosquitoes. Alright. Here's the final question. Everyone's dying to know. Kingston Ryals. What do you geek out about?
I geek out about books. I'm a really big book nerd. And like, people may not know this about me like today, because like, I don't do it as much as I used to, but I read a lot still. But when I was younger, like, you could find me anywhere with a book. Like, at my brother's baseball games, I'd have a book on me, like, anywhere I'd be reading. And like, I've always been really into books. Like, I think literature is so important, and like, I'm a really big fantasy guy. Like, I just like Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, The Hunger Games. I love a good book, and like, there's an award at my school, the AR points. We have like a celebrated reader, where you like read a book, you take a test over it. And I remember, I think for like 2 years straight, like I won the award like for like the most in the school with over like 300 points. Like I was not playing. I think because I lost it one time. After that, I was like, never again.
So do you see a pattern?
I can't really lose something one time and like, I'm inspired.
He wins every other time.
Yeah, I'm inspired to come and eat. But yeah, I love reading, and I really do believe that reading is fundamental, and I just truly love the opportunity to just read and learn more about the world around me. Nothing's better than that feeling of diving into like a good book and not being able to put it down. I mean, like that's like the best feeling in the world. Like you're just consumed by like a work of art.
I mean, I could not tell you. I'm pretty sure I read one of the Harry Potter books within a week. I'm pretty sure it was like Goblet of Fire or like Prisoner of Azkaban or something.
The last book I remember, I read it in. I read it in the day. And yeah, I didn't do anything. Like the whole day I sat there and read the book. And I remember the very last one, the Battle of Hogwarts.
Let's see how
it's just I read the full book.
That's a fat book.
Oh, trust me, I know. We went and picked it up from the store. Because my mom, like, I had been talking about it for like the full week. I was so excited. I was so excited.
Yeah.
We got the book. And it was the first time I was quiet on the car ride home. Because my mom was like, are you okay back there? I was okay, I'm reading my book. I stayed up the whole night and then some of the next morning just reading it. And like, just that being consumed in the book and just where you're able just to be lost in the words. It was something different. Actually, I think I went to sleep like reading it, and then I woke back up and finished it though. But yeah, I was a Harry Potter fan. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter.
Me too. I think the last book, I recently just ordered a new book off of this 50 book website, Georgia4-H. I'm really excited to start reading that.
I heard it's a good one.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. But the last book I was most involved in, and that I actually kind of in such a reading slump during the pandemic, which you would think that's not when you be in a reading slump, but it was 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Okay, I don't think I finished it. I started reading a new book called The Confederacy of Dancers, and like I've been really into that. But like, it's good. It's good so far. It's so good.
It's
and it's
so
one, like, I'm the person, like, I'm reading like 12 different books at the same time. I'm listening to audiobooks here, reading a book, like, I'm multitasking my book. So, the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is definitely on my to finish list. So, yes. And then I'm also reading The Song of Achilles right now, like, which is one of my favorite books of all time. Like, I'm rereading it, and like Madeline Miller, the author for that, she's another book called Circe. And it's good, Leslie, you gotta read it.
Okay.
You got to. I will find it and bring it to you because you've got to.
Okay,
Yeah.
noted. Well, this has been a wonderful little interview. This is one of the ones I was most excited for, and that's the premiere season 2.
Alright.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Kingston.
Thank you for inviting me, Leslie.
Oh, this was so much fun. Okay, well, thank y'all for watching, and yeah, see you on next week. Bye, guys.